Well, this is the fifth thing. I actually used the same PowerPoint like last week. Just add a little bit, just add few slides in it. Jadi kita masih bahas hal yang sama. Since I believe you didn't do anything last week, kan? Last week kan pasti nggak go through the slides, by the way. Nah, jadi hari ini, again, as I told you that in live teaching, I expect you are involved in giving your opinions and ideas and answering the questions here. That is the expectation from me since we are learning language. I'm not going to just to give like a lecturing. Ini bukan, saya nggak cuma ngasih penjelasan doang, but I need you to be there, to involve, to answer questions, to give ideas and response to some questions as part of practice. Now, so today the activity is more into the listening and speaking or discussion issue. Still, it is related to our previous topic. It's about the cause and effect. It's about the environmental issue, which is about climate change. We talked about that, and this is the last activity. Okay, so are you guys ready? If you're ready, please, you can chat ready. You can type ready in your chat, or you can just click thumbs up. I think you can click thumbs up there in your Zoom account. I think you can give your thumbs. Bisa dibuat thumbsnya di situ. Can you guys give your thumb? Bisa nggak? Let me check. Coba buat thumbsnya dulu. Thumbs. Bisa. Can you show thumbs via your yes? Itu siapa? Cindy. Good. Yeah. Thank you, Cindy. Others you also can just do the same. Jadi responsnya pakai gitu juga boleh. If you say yes, then you can just put thumbs. Or if you, jadi kalau misalnya kalian tidak mau bersuara, for example, karena suaranya sangat mahal, then you can just show me a thumb, kayak gitu. Or you can also chat, okay, or what. Right? Let's just move on to our first activity. Now, before we really talk to the main activity, I believe that you need this vocabulary. I believe that you need these vocabularies. So let's try to guess what's the meaning of the bold words. Jadi kata-kata yang di bold itu kira-kira artinya apa ya? So I already have the meanings here in a small box. Then let's try to guess what's the meaning and then match them with the vocabularies here. Maybe we can start with Cindy. Cindy, can you write? Cindy, can you read the first one? The A. Cindy.
He air because the cold temperature made it difficult to breathe.
Yeah, he gasped for air because the cold temperature made it difficult to breathe. So here, can you guess what's the meaning of gas here? Kata gas ini artinya kira-kira apa ya? Kalau disesuaikan dengan ininya, dengan vocabulary yang di sebelah sini. Kira-kira maksudnya apa? Dari sini, dari kalimatnya, from the sentence, can you predict what is the meaning?
Maybe I think full of strong feelings, sir.
Which one is that? Full of strong feeling?
Yes, the last one.
Okay. This one, do you mean this one? The last one? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Cindy, let's take a look at the function. I mean, gas. Di sini fungsinya sebagai apa, nak? Is it an adjective? Is it a verb? Or is it a noun? Or is it an adverb? Ini sebagai apa?
Not sure.
It's a verb ya, kan kata kerja nih. Jadi kalau di sini kata kerja, then you need to find which is the same one. Yang mana cari juga yang kata kerja. Kalau yang ini kan adjective, full of strong feelings, that's adjective. So it doesn't fit it. Berarti cari yang kata kerja. Kira-kira di sini gas ini artinya apa ya? Gas for air, because the cold temperature made it, look at this one, made it difficult to breathe. Susah bernafas nih katanya gitu. Berarti kira-kira di sini yang nunjukin dari vocabulary yang sini, yang nunjukin susah bernafas yang mana?
Breathe in quickly, sir.
Yang mana bang? Wait a second, let me. Yang mana?
Breathe in quickly, sir.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, thank you Kim. That one. Breathe
Not mistaken,
in
sir.
quickly. Gitu. Ya, Kim.
Not mistaken, sir.
Hah? Oh, Rido. I'm sorry, Rido. Astagfirullah. I'm sorry for that. Your voice sounds almost the same. Yeah, thank you, Do. The breathe in quickly. Good. And then expand. Expand di sini dari kalimatnya apa? Water or air expand when they get hotter. Kata-kata panas dia expand. Ini juga pelajaran fisika nih. Pelajarannya fisika, is that? Kimia?
Memuai, sir.
Iya. Kalau memuai berarti masuk ke mana? Bang, di sini kira-kira. Ada?
Increase in size.
Increase in size ya. Increase in size. Ya, masuk ke sini dia. Mentally. Next, number 3. Mentally. Mental. Mentally exhausted. Mental. Dari kata mental. Mental.
That's the exact.
Adjective or adverb ini?
Adverb.
Adverb ya. Mentally, biasanya yang ada ly ini adverb, kata keterangan. Berarti cari juga yang adverb di sini. So you get it. Which one? Yang mana tuh? Yang adverb? Yang ini kan? In a manner that is related to mind or thinking. Secara kena mentalnya, berhubungan dengan mental kan? Mind, pikiran. Or thinking. Cool? Next. If everyone was very emotional. Emotion. Nah, masuk ke mana berarti? Emotion, it deals with your
Feelings, sir.
feeling. Yeah, berarti dia masuk ke sini. Full of strong feeling. Good. Region. Dari kalimatnya, the coldest region on earth.
Geographic area, sir.
Yeah, geographic areas. And then, ini nomor 9, yang F ini agak tricky nih. Drew. What is drew? Dari kata draw ini. Ini kata kerja verb one-nya draw, ya kan? Verb one-nya draw, verb two-nya drew. Nah, drew or draw, what is it? Artinya apa biasanya? Menggambar. Nah, tapi di sini the meaning could be different based on the context. Dari konteks kalimatnya, kata drew itu bisa berbeda kan? The beauty of the eyes drew many tourists.
Attracted, sir.
Yes, cool. See, that's how you use the skill for your exercise later on. Jadi nanti kalau untuk tugas-tugas atau latihan-latihan yang berhubungan dengan vocabulary, sinonim, antonim, gitu kan, sering ada kan di reading. Nah, this is the skill that you need. Take a look at the context of the sentence. Lihat konteks dari kalimatnya apa. Nggak semua artinya sama dengan maknanya secara literal. But you need to understand the context of the sentence, baru bisa dicocokkan dengan arti dari katanya itu. So, drew di sini artinya attract, menarik minat. Cool, bagus. Condition. Masuk ke mana? Condition. Condition is related to situation, right? So condition, this one is the situation. Karena ini juga noun-nya. Let's move it to this one. Put that in perspective. Masuk ke mana? Put that in perspective.
Give some context, sir.
Yes, good bang. Give some context. Just to put it in perspective, give some context. And then reiterate. Lihat kalimatnya. As the climate gets warmer, the glaciers began to retreat. Shrunk. Ini dia, shrink. Mengecil.
Broke open as a result of pressure.
No, that one is here, bang.
Move back, sir.
Move back. And then burst. Nah, ini baru masuk dia, burst. Lihat. The balloon became larger and larger until finally makin besar until finally it burst, meletus. Jadi masuknya ke tadi yang mana? Broke open as a result of pressure. Karena ada tekanan akhirnya meletus, rusak ya. That's why it's burst. Okay? Yeah. That's about the vocabulary that you need for our activity today. Jadi, you will listen about the word gaps, and then what is that? Expand, mentally, emotional, regions, drew, conditions, put in perspective, reiterate, and burst. You're going to listen to them during the listening comprehension as our activity today. Oops. Now, the topic that we are going to discuss is about this one, how I swam the North Pole. North Pole, do you think it is worth to swim? Kira-kira North Pole itu tempat yang menyenangkan nggak untuk berenang? It's a nice place to swim?
No, sir.
No, why? Give me a reason. What do you have in your mind when you listen to the word North Pole? Ketika dengar North Pole, what is that in your mind? You know what North Pole is, right? North? Yeah, Kutub Utara. So, if it is not good place to swim, what is it then? Kira-kira kenapa? Nggak menyenangkan di
Because
sana.
the temperature.
Because of the temperature. Yes, cool. It's very cool. Nah, why do you think people are swimming? Why do you think the guy is swimming in the North Pole? Kira-kira kenapa dia mau berenang ke sana? Can you guess? Why is the people, swim in the North Pole? North Pole is very cold.
Maaf,
But why he wants
dalam
to
bahasa
swim? Boleh. Kenapa?
dia ingin menarik perhatian dunia kepada isu-isu lingkungan, terutama Kutub Utara yang esnya mulai mencair, sir.
Okay, that's very nice. Who is that? Is that Miftah? No? Who's that? Anissa. Yeah. Cool. Yes. I bet you've read the text before. Yeah. Jadi there is a reason why somebody do the extreme things like this. Ada alasan kenapa orang melakukan hal yang ekstrim kayak gini kan? And it could be a personal reason. It could be other reason that drive him to do this extreme stuff. Nah, This is the Arctic region. You might see it this way. You got it like the North Pole and the South Pole. I believe you learn about the difference of those two in your school, at school. Waktu SMP, SD juga saya rasa udah belajar tentang North Pole and South Pole. What's the difference? I actually have it here, but I believe that we don't have enough time to watch the video about the difference between the Arctic region and the Antarctic region. I leave it the link there with you, so you can just go through it later on. Now, so this is the person. His name is Louis Bourg. He's a swimmer, and he's the one who swam in the North Pole for the climate change reason. He believes that the climate change is real, and he need to do something. He believes that we need to do something, and that's how his effort to move people to campaign about what's going on in the earth about the climate change. We don't know whether it works or not. We'll discuss about it later on, but this is our activity today. So I'm going to show you this one. There are 9 sentences here, and I'm going to play a video, the sound, so you can listen to them and try to fill in the blanks. Let me check where's mine.
Ever since I think I was just 6 years old, I dreamt of going to the polar regions.
Is it soundable? Can you listen to the sound?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll repeat.
Ever since I think I was just 6 years old, I dreamt of going to the polar regions. I really, really wanted to go to the Arctic. There was something about that place which drew me to that. And, well, sometimes it takes a long time for a dream to come true. But 7 years ago, I went to the Arctic for the first time. And it was so beautiful that I've been back there ever since for the last 7 years. I love the place. But I have seen that place change beyond all description just in that short period of time. I have seen polar bears walking across very, very thin ice in search of food. I have swum in front of glaciers which have retreated so much. And I have also, every year, seen less and less sea ice. And I wanted the world to know what was happening up there. In the 2 years before my swim, 23% of the Arctic sea ice cover just melted away. And I wanted to really shake the lapels of world leaders to get them to understand what is happening. So I decided to do this symbolic swim at the top of the world in a place which should be frozen over, but which now is rapidly unfreezing. And the message was very clear. Climate change is for real, and we need to do something about it. And we need to do something about it right now.
Okay, let's discuss. I believe you got it. Number one, ever since I think I was just 6 years old, I dreamed of going to the polar regions. I really wanted to go to the... What's the answer number one?
Arctic.
Arctic. Can you spell? A-R-C-T-I-C. Arctic. Okay. Good. Next, number two. What is it?
Cancer.
Change? Yeah, change. Is a change. Oops, sorry. Is a change. Was D, yeah? Okay, this is in the past. And then number 3. I have seen polar bears walking across very. You got it? Number 3, that?
Nice, sir.
Kita dengar sekali lagi ya, Bang.
The world to know what was happening up there. In the 2 years before, I loved the place. But I have seen that place change beyond all description just in that short period of time. I have seen polar bears walking across very, very thin ice in search of food.
Very
Thin, sir.
yeah, thin ice. Thin katanya, thin, tipis. Thin ice. Search for food. Oh, it's dangerous, right? Okay. Number 4.
Last.
Yeah, less and less. Semakin dikit. Less and less sea ice. Number 5.
Meat.
Meat or mat? Kita dengar lagi nih.
I have swum in front of glaciers which have retreated so much, and I have also every year seen less and less sea ice. And I wanted the world to know what was happening up there. In the 2 years before my swim, 23% of the Arctic sea ice cover just melted away.
Melted. Can you guess? Can you spell melted? M-E-L-T-E. Melted. Ya, meleleh, mencair. Melted. Cool. Number 6 is
Climate.
yeah, climate change. Oops. Good. Climate change is for real. Let's move on to 7 and 8. I'm going to play it again.
And I wanted to really shake the lapels of world leaders to get them to understand what is happening. So I decided to do this symbolic swim at the top of the world in a place which should be frozen over, but which now is rapidly unfreezing. And the message was very clear. Climate change is for real, and we need to do something about it, and we need to do something about it right now. Well, swimming across the North Pole, it's not an ordinary thing to do. I mean, just to put it in perspective, 27 degrees is the temperature of a normal indoor swimming pool. This morning, the temperature of the English Channel was 18 degrees. The passengers who fell off the Titanic fell into water of just 5 degrees centigrade. Fresh water freezes at 0, and the water at the North Pole is minus 1.7. After a year of training, I felt ready. I felt confident that I could actually do this swim. So myself and the 5 members of the team, we hitched a ride on an icebreaker which was going to the North Pole. And on day 4, we decided to just do a quick 5-minute test swim.
What's that?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Yes, 5-minute test swim. So it's like this. 5 minute, 5-minute test swim. Let's continue.
I had never swum in water of minus 1.7 degrees before because it's just impossible to train in those type of conditions. So we stopped the ship, as you do. We all got down onto the ice, and I then got into my swimming costume and I dived into the sea. I have never in my life felt anything like that moment. I could barely breathe. I was gasping for air.
I could barely
Breath, sir.
breathe. I could barely breathe. So how is the spelling, Rama?
Yes, sir.
Breathe with E, ya. Bernafas. Kalau breathe ini kata kerja, bernafas. bernafas. Tapi kalau nggak ada pakai E, itu kata benda, nafas. Hati-hati, ini tricky. Oke, number 9.
Was hyperventilating so much, and
Oh, belum, masih nomor 8 ya.
within seconds my hands were numb, and it was the paradox is that
My hands were. You got it? No? My hands
Paradox.
were numb.
Oh, iya.
Numb itu apa? Kira-kira sih artinya apa? Tadi dia berenang masuk dalam air dingin. Terus dalam sepersekian detik tangannya tiba-tiba numb.
Kaku.
Not that close. Kalau kalian masukin tangan ke dalam air dingin, terus tangan kalian
Semacam
rasanya
kebasar.
apa?
Macam kebasar tuh.
Iya, itu dia. So that's a numb. Ya, that's numb rasanya. Oke, good. Number 9.
you're in freezing cold water, but actually you're on fire. I swam as hard as I could for 5 minutes. I remember just trying to get out of the water. I climbed out of the ice, and I remember taking the goggles off my face and looking down at my hands in sheer shock because my fingers had swollen so much that they were like sausages.
Because my
Fingers.
fingers. Good. Fingers. Cool. Yeah. Good job, dude. You did great. Now, you watched it already. Then can you guess this one? The answer. Number 1. Dapat nggak nak? Who visit the Arctic for the first? Oh, we just skip this one because time is almost up. Now, my question for you to discuss: do you think that doing an extreme activity to campaign about something is working to make people realize about it? I mean, to get the attention of people. What do you think about that? Do you think it works? That doing extreme thing like what Hooks did, for example, swimming in the Arctic, or other people who do more extreme activity, do you think it works to get the attention of other people?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Ma? What is that, Ma? Is it work, Rama?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Why do you think so?
Because from him, the research will know what happened in the enter of the Arctic.
Okay. Thank you. So, do you think is it a common thing to do? Like, I mean, if there is an issue, for example, about the environmental issue, so do you think that doing an extreme activity like this is a good way to make people realize about the impact of the climate change or the environmental issue?
I think not.
No, why though?
Because that is so dangerous for you.
Pardon me? Can you repeat though?
That is so dangerous, sir.
They're so dangerous. Yeah, they're so dangerous, and I don't know whether it works or not. It depends on. Yeah, thank you though. Thank you, Rama. So, yeah, we're running out of the time, dude. Well, this is the project for this week, and there is no quiz for this week. For your project this week is in a group, So this is a project. It's a group project. Yeah, this is a group project. So you can make a group in your class. Each class consists of 2 groups. Jadi satu kelas 2 kelompok. Ya, each group consists of, let's say, about 10 or 12 people in it. Jadi satu kelompok itu satu kelas ada 2 kelompok. So you decide, talk to your friend about your own group. This is what you're going to do. It's actually a presentation. Next week you're going to have a presentation from each group about environmental or social topic that is important to you. So you find one topic about environmental or social that you think it is important for you. Okay, jadi ada satu topik yang kira-kira penting dan make sense dan something that you concerned about, sesuatu yang kalian benar-benar peduliin gitu, yang benar-benar related to you. And then I want you to create like I show you here, like this one. Maybe it could be in if you can make it in a PowerPoint, make it in just one page template. Jadi buat satu template aja, satu page. I mean, kalau di PowerPoint, if you cannot make it in PowerPoint and you want to make it, draw it in a paper, just draw it. Feel free. Later you can just take pic later and upload it in the Schoology. Jadi nanti buat seperti ini. You got the issue there. Nanti di sini isunya apa? Misalnya tadi Arctic, for example, and then you talk about how detrimental the impact is, how bad it is, gitu. Seberapa buruk sih dampaknya? Then you explain. For example, yang kemarin kita diskusiin tentang raising the sea level, gitu kan kemarin, and stuff level. And then you discuss with your friends what is the cause, what are the causes, kira-kira dampaknya apa. You explain the cause, and then you write the status quo or the response from the government, society, and the world. I mean, is there any response from the world? Is there any response from the government to solve the problem? Kalau ada, apa itu? Jelasin. And then how significant it is. Nah, setelah itu baru masuk ke solution. Think of one solution that you might do if you were the stakeholder. Jadi kira-kira kalau kalian bisa nawarin solusinya apa? Kayak gitu. And then if you do not have any solution at all at the moment, then you can, if you want to search more deeper into it, mungkin kalian nemuin satu solusi, then you can just type the solution. What have people done to solve the issue? Tapi dikasih tahu juga kira-kira apa solusinya dari mereka dan how significant it is to solve the problem. So is it clear? Untuk tugasnya nanti buat kayak gini nak. This is the example. This is the sample. Jelas ya?
Yes, sir.
Oke, buat kayak gini, I'm going to upload it there. Nanti di foto juga aja. Saya kirim juga ke grup nanti ya. Jadi nanti buat kayak gini, and then you upload it in the Schoology, in the quiz, in the discussion. Nanti upload di situ. Hanya satu lembar aja, satu template. Oke, so next week you're going to present this, the representative of each team. Jadi ada 4 kelas, 1 kelompok, 1 kelas 2 kelompok, berarti ada 8 grup. Jadi 8 orang yang mungkin presentasi. The others you're going to respond in the Jamboard. Jadi next week you're going to use the Jamboard as well untuk presentasi ini. Yeah, that's all. Thank you for today. So, yeah, That's all for today. Thanks for your participation and attendance. I'll see you next week. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good luck and have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.